Bongbong Marcos issues an executive order reorganizing the National Security Council and removing Vice President Sara Duterte as a member. Under Executive Order No. 81, signed last December 30 and released to the public on Friday, January 3, the National Security Council will now be composed of the President, Senate President, Speaker of the House of Representatives, and several other government officials, with the position of Vice President not included in the list. The order also removes past Philippine presidents as members of the National Security Council. Meanwhile, the National Security Council Executive Committee will be composed of the President, Executive Secretary, Senate President, and House Speaker, among other government officials. According to Executive Order 81, all orders, rules, and regulations and other issuances or parts that are inconsistent with the provisions of the new order are repealed or modified accordingly. Asked by reporters why the National Security Council was restructured, Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin says it was to reorganize and streamline the membership of the council. He adds that the Vice President is currently not considered relevant to the responsibilities of membership in the council. Nevertheless, he notes that the executive order authorizes the President to designate other government officials and private citizens as members when the need arises. On November 25 last year, Duterte released a statement questioning why the National Security Council allegedly did not invite her to a meeting held the previous day. The Vice President also demanded a copy of the notice of the meeting, along with proof of service, a list of attendees, photos of the meeting, and the notarized minutes of the meeting. The Chinese embassy in the Philippines denies reports that a new disease outbreak in China is causing international health concern. Earlier this week, several social media posts claimed a surge in respiratory illnesses in China. Some posts even suggested that China declared a state of emergency as the respiratory illnesses overwhelmed hospitals and crematoriums. In a message on Friday, January 3, China's Embassy Director for Media Section Tom Wu describes the circulating claims as fake news. The Department of Health clarified earlier that there has been no confirmation from the World Health Organization or Chinese authorities about the alleged outbreak. The Health Department also assured Filipinos that the agency is actively verifying information on the matter and urged the public to refrain from sharing unverified reports to avoid spreading misinformation and confusion.